34 times these two teams have played against each other. 22 times Chennai Super Kings have won it, 11 times RCB has won it.
Dhoni in his prime was a power hitter. Dhoni is not in his prime.
Early matchup is something that I'm looking forward to. Josh Hazelwood had a brilliant game for RCB.
My matchup is going to be Hazelwood versus Rachin and Ruturaj.
One reason why they have retained Rajat Patidar as well, over 150 strike rate against spinners.
Crafty is the right word for Krunal Pandey. He'll suddenly bowl those wide Yorkers. He'll suddenly give you a bouncer.
It's going to be huge for Chennai when playing in Chepauk. I think we're going to see Sea of Yellow out there, but RCB also has great support and there has been great rivalry between the fans.
Magnificent catch!
Just look at Badri now, diving into it.
Lovely shot.
Kicks it over the offside. That's a good shot.
Back-to-back boundaries.
Hello and welcome to Cric It with Badri. It's another episode of Cric Debate. This video is presented to you by DAFA News. We have Priyatham with us. Hi, Priyatham.
Hey, Badri, how's it going?
Very well, very well. CSK have got off to a winning start in Chepauk against the Mumbai Indians, the El Clasico as it is called. But then, this is not the El Clasico, but definitely gives a good fight for the El Clasico. Chennai Super Kings versus Royal Challengers Bangalore. A lot has happened recently, Priyatham, within these two teams. The rivalry is building, especially between the fans. Early call, straight away I'm asking you, who is your favorite?
Yeah, I think I'm to early call. I'm not going to give you a favorite. I'm saying it's close to call. I'm going 50-50. Maybe closer to the game, I'll have a clearer picture because I think there's a lot of matchups we'll have to look at. You mentioned rivalry. I think it's more between the fans. I think the players really, they all play sometimes for the same franchise, crisscross. So I think it's less the players, more the fans. But the fans on social media are certainly giving this contest a lot of spice. So who's your early pick, Badri?
Chennai Super Kings at home. I have to always pick Chennai Super Kings. Come on, Pratham. The conditions,
okay.
They always used it well over the years. To give you some perspective in the form of numbers, 34 times these two teams have played against each other. 22 times Chennai Super Kings have won it, 11 times RCB has won it. But in Chepauk MA Chidambaram Stadium, these two teams have clashed 9 times. 8 times CSK have won it. So that is, to give you, this is what it is. So home conditions, Chennai Super Kings have used really well. But this year, I'm telling you, Pratham, RCB looked little more balanced than Chennai Super Kings for me, except for the spin attack. But overall balance seems to be in favor of RCB, and they are coming off a good win, beating the defending champions in their own home. So I will be little bit wary about RCB.
Yeah, which is one of the reasons why I said I'm still not convinced as to who's going to take this, because RCB packs a bit more power. They've got Jitesh Sharma, they've got Livingston and Tim David in the middle. That middle order is what worries me, because apart from Shivam Dubey, you really don't have like a power hitter. Dhoni in his prime was a power hitter. Dhoni is not in his prime. So you don't have that power hitting that RCB has, which could be a differentiator. Once again, I will put my neck out and say, if it is a 160 playing 165 game, CSK will win. Anything above that, the only way to beat CSK is you got to prepare absolute flat decks and say, okay, let your middle order chase 220 and they will be found wanting. But if it's a 160, 165 game, CSK spinners will come into play for sure. But RCB have an edge in middle order.
Yeah, RCB have an edge in the middle order. Early matchup is something that I'm looking forward to. Josh Hazelwood had a brilliant game for RCB. We saw that extra bounce that he had. He was totally different in Eden Gardens in that first match. Other bowlers were getting normal bounce, but the ball was carrying so much for Josh Hazelwood. Against Ruturaj Gaikwad and Rachin Ravindra, Pratham, early on, it is a huge contest. We know how Ruturaj played. Rachin Ravindra stayed till the end. So this is an early matchup that I'm looking forward to.
Absolutely. And I think Hussey on air in the previous game, Mike Hussey, who's the batting coach, had said they really want to give Tripathi a chance to go express himself in the power play. And they don't worry because Ruturaj is there at number 3. So I don't think there'll be a change in the batting order. My matchup is going to be Hazelwood versus Rachin and Ruturaj. And if they can see off that first spell of Hazelwood, you definitely can cash it, because Kolkata made that mistake. They couldn't see off Hazelwood. Quinton de Kock's a big player and he picked him up in his very first over. So that Hazelwood versus the Chennai openers is a big matchup, as will be Chennai spin trio versus the RCB opening batsman and middle order. And I would love to see Rutraj did this. He brought in Ashwin in the power play, who picked up Will Jack so easily. I would love to see the spinners, either Noor or Ashwin, bowl in the power play, because
Yeah.
that's when CSK is at their best.
Yeah. Noor Ahmed in power play is something that I'm looking forward to, especially against Virat. Bring him in early on. Maybe if Virat Kohli is a champion player, but then if Noor Ahmed bowls the beauty of a delivery, get Virat Kohli early, they might put some pressure on the Royal Challengers Bangalore. But then Rajat Patidar, he's also been in tremendous touch. Probably RCB's best player of spin. One reason why they have retained Rajat Patidar as well, over 150 strike rate against spinners, and three quality spinners here, Noor, Ashwin and Jadeja. It is again a great matchup for me. I think Rajat Patidar will probably look to be aggressive. But can he do that in Chepauk where the side boundaries are big? The wicket might grip and turn a bit for the spinners.
And he's at his best because he uses the crease so well. He uses his feet. He doesn't go across the line that much. If you look at his sixes, Badri, they're down the ground, either over long on or long off or wideish long off. So he's not a guy. So if you feel the side boundaries are long, he will not take them on because his natural thing is to step out and play straight. So Rajat's done that beautifully over the years. Highest number of sixes in the IPL last year against spin. So I'm backing Rajat to come good against the spin trio. And if he does that, RCB will have a big advantage. So that is a big matchup to watch out for Rajat versus the spinners, because I don't think Livingston or Tim David can go big against the spin trio. I don't think they have the game to do that. Rajat does.
Yeah, I think once again, the firepower is something that you discussed. They have Liam Livingston. RCB has Liam Livingston and Tim David down the order, but then CSK are reliant once again on Jadeja, Dhoni, and probably Ashwin. With the firepower is little bit lacking in Chennai Super Kings. But overall balance, if we look at Pretam, the balance a little bit in favor of RCB, but Krunal Pandya, he had a brilliant match in the previous game. Yes, he's not very skilled, with to his bowling, with his turn or bounce or anything like that, but very intelligent bowler. He knows how to use his variations. Him along with Suyash, they are forming a reasonable combination of spin. And them against Shivam Dubey. This is something that I'll be looking out for, because Shivam Dubey's specific role in the middle overs is to go after the spinners.
Yeah, and I think Krunal Pandya is a extremely smart cricketer. It's not a fair statement to say this, but it is true. He always performs beyond his talent, and he rarely has an off day. If he has an off day with the bat, he compensates with the ball. So he always contributes. He's a very handy fielder. He's a very intelligent, crafty bowler. Crafty is the right word for Krunal Pandya. He'll suddenly bowl those wide Yorkers. He'll suddenly give you a bouncer, and suddenly he'll get the odd one to turn. Very handy cricketer to have, especially in this form of the game. Although not as skilled as the Chennai spin trio, Krunal Pandya can hold his own up like he showed against Calcutta. And the Dubey's job is to take down Pandya and Suyash Sharma. That's his only role there, and I hope he does it. He did try to take down the Mumbai Indians, but he couldn't. He was caught on the boundary against Vignesh Puthur. So he will be hoping to set that right.
Yeah. Plenty of contests within the big contest that we're looking at. Another huge contest outside the field is the crowd support. It's going to be huge for Chennai when playing in Chepauk. I think we're going to see a yellow out there, but RCB also has great support, and there has been great rivalry between the fans. A part of the home advantage is the crowd support as well in Chepauk, Pretam. It's going to be a huge factor. Home conditions in favor of CSK, do you think?
Yeah, home conditions definitely in favor of CSK, which is why they have that quality spin attack. But keep in mind, both teams are unbeaten. Of course, they've only played one game. But RCB, if you remember the last year, the first 5 games or 6 games, they lost. And then they came back to qualify for the playoffs. This year, they've started off on the right note. And whoever wins this is in pole position, Badri, because RCB, if they win this, then they go back home, because 2 games on the road they win, and then they go back to Chinnaswamy, so where they can test their batting out, their middle order out. Whereas Chennai is on the road after this, only one day turnaround, they go to Rajasthan. Purely from that perspective, I think Chennai need this game more, because they're going to travel on Saturday and play on Sunday, short turnaround. So they will want to go unbeaten on the road, because road is not going to favor most teams. So they will definitely want this game and keep up that home advantage. So I think from that perspective, Chennai needs this game little more than RCB, whereas RCB has already registered a road win. So even if they lose this, it's okay. They're going back home. Whereas Chennai need this before they go on the road. That's what I feel.
But is it an advantage for RCB at home playing at Chinnaswamy? That's the question. that we'll have to only time will answer that.
Maybe this year, maybe this year it is. We'll see.
Yeah, you never know. But then yes, like you said, it's a much needed win for Chennai Super Kings. Winning at home is going to be a huge factor. They always use the home conditions really well, whereas RCB much more balanced against the always smart Chennai Super Kings. Thank you, Pretam, for coming on Cricket with Badri and sharing your thoughts.
Always a pleasure, Badri. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Once again, this video was presented to you by DAFA News. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon as well. Whenever we post a video, you will get a notification. Lot more content coming away from the IPL. Take care. Bye, guys.